Dancer of the Royal Ballet, Darcy Bussell. One of the most successful groups in the world. He's a singer, songwriter. Not only that, but he usually runs off with the Smash Hits Award for Best Haircut, Best Dressed Man, Best Entertainment Personality. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lead singer of Boyzone, Ronan Keating.
Hello. Hey, Ronan. Hi. Good to see you too. Please. No, please. Please. Go on, please. Sit down.
Can we do it together? Dear.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thanks. Very good.
So, presumably you're in the middle of a world tour. You usually are, aren't you?
Yeah, most of the time. We just finished the UK tour on Saturday in Manchester.
Yes.
So we've got a couple of days off. Come over for this, and then we go back to work on Sunday.
Yes. Now, I've got to go carefully in an interview with you, because to younger people, you're like a god. You know, everybody knows you, you're mobbed in the street. But to older people, you know, people say 17 and over, they probably need a bit of introduction. But you are, you know, sort of like #1 sort of pop group of your type in the world, and they have been for a few years.
Well, yeah, we started off 5 years ago, and we were very much labelled as a boy band, and we accepted that very much.
Well, you called yourself Boyzone.
Yeah,
so
well, I suppose, yeah. And we gradually grew up, obviously, as you do.
Well, you're really old now. You're like 21 or something.
Yeah, I know,
aren't you?
But it's strange, because our fans have grown up with us since like Father and Son, Baby Can I Hold You, Picture You, and the latest single, No Matter What.
Yes.
The audience has very much changed. Like even in the tour last week, you just look out into the audience, it's much older, as you said, 17, 18.
It's not in school uniforms anymore.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's a much older audience now. It's great.
So would you have to change your name at some point to Old Boys Band, Boyzone?
Menzone, yeah.
Yeah, Menzone. Yeah, well, that sounds a bit like a magazine, though, doesn't it?
Well, I wouldn't read them myself.
Yeah. No, I know you're famously squeaky clean about things like that. In fact, you could be a Blue Peter presenter.
Thanks for that.
Has anyone offered you that job? Because I think there might be a vacancy coming.
No, I've got a badge. But
no, so as a band with a young following, though, you get all that sort of adulation, and it's young girls screaming, chasing after you. Well, what's that like, though? Is it a nightmare that you can't, you know, step out of your hotel without being engulfed by?
Well, it all goes with the territory. You know, we're glad that it's like that. You know, we'd be in trouble if it wasn't.
But are you pursued in the street? Do people?
Oh, no, we're not pursued in the street. Like, people come up and ask for autographs, all right, and we've no problem in doing that.
Yeah. But then, I mean, I'm old enough to remember sort of, you know, the Beatlemania days, and they were like girls who lived on the street outside Paul McCartney's house.
You get a few fanatic fans. Like,
yeah.
I was going to say Stephen has one. Well, Stephen has a fanatical fan.
What, a stalker?
Well, no, she's not a stalker. She's great. She really is.
Yes.
And she's been... She's been a fan of Stephen's from day one, and she's always followed him around.
Right. But the band was formed by holding auditions to see...
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Did you imagine when you were going off audition, A, you'd get the job, and B, it would go so big so quickly?
No, I never thought I'd get the job, firstly, and when I did get it, I never believed it would be this big, or so quickly, should I say. 5 years is actually a very short amount of time.
You've covered a Bee Gees song?
That's right, Words, yeah.
Yes.
We just did Friends of Yours.
Yeah.
We just did...
They were.
We just did
Up to about
this
point,
a couple of weeks ago, which was great.
And, yeah, well, they've written a lot of good songs, haven't they? As I was in the middle of telling them when they... But Ireland at the moment, you know, it's like everybody is talented.
Well, it's great, There's the Corrs, there's Bewitched, there's all the bands coming out.
And you're all interrelated with each other. Shane's married to, sisters of... Well, a family gathering is like a top of the Pops rehearsal, isn't it?
Smash hits, yeah. But no, it's great. Like it's a proud feeling for us, because we feel we've opened the door for pop music in Ireland, you know.
Yeah, and you win the Eurovision Song Contest every year.
Yeah, every year, yeah.
Except for this year.
Yeah, we didn't.
I think you had an entry in.
I did,
You didn't win. What happened there?
I don't know. I know Elton John had an entry a couple of years ago, and he didn't win either, so I was happy about that.
But it's strange, you know, why Ireland wins it every year. Even this year, although it wasn't won by Ireland, it was, I think it was a transsexual Israeli singer, but she still called herself Dana, just to get the Irish vote, just in case.
That's right.
Yeah. Did you know you presented as well?
That's right, last year, yeah. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I was being an ambassador for my country, you know. It was a proud feeling for me.
Yeah. Now, I'm not suggesting you should be thinking of splitting up or anything, but Take That did decide to split up at the height of their fame, and it hasn't done too badly for some of them. They've gone on
very well.
So are you imagining that you'll split up like that, or would you be like the Rolling Stones and carry on forever?
Well, you never know. Options. You never know what's around the corner in the pop industry. You know, you're only as good as your last record, as they say.
Yes.
And we're doing better now than we ever have been before.
So when you were auditioning to be in the band, what were they testing on? Your voice, your looks, your dancing ability, capacity to smash up hotel rooms?
Yeah, all of that, throwing TVs out windows and things. Our vocals was the main thing, I think, in the beginning.
Yeah.
I like to think of myself as a singer, so that's what I do for a living, and write songs.
That's on your passport, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what it says, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you are a singer, isn't it?
No, I am, yeah. Well, thanks very much.
Well, I've obviously done in-depth,
yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
No, the thing, I've watched lots of videos.
He's done the hair and all just like me, you know.
I don't want to worry you, but when I was your age, I had hair exactly like yours.
Yeah.
But the thing is, looking at videos of you in performance and things, it seems that at any given time, one of the group has got a broken leg.
Yeah.
So are you very rough with each other? Do you play five-a-side football, or are you clumsy dancers? What?
Shane's the only one that's actually broken his leg, and that was in the middle of a tour, so that wasn't much fun. So we had to go on stage on the crutches, God love him. But we're very accent-prone. Just before I went on our very first national TV in Ireland, being young lads in the dressing room, then turned off the lights, we had a game of find each other in the dark, basically, and Keith picked up a chair and he thought somebody was in the corner and he threw it and it landed on my head.
All right.
And surprise. Yeah. And an hour before the show, 3 stitches. I had to go down to the hospital and get 3 stitches, and I got back to the TV. The Late Late Show, Gay Byrne.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So,
but that's an energetic form of find each other in the dark.
Yeah,
because,
I've never done any
there
other
are more
ones
pleasant
myself.
ways to play that game.
Yeah, well, I've never done any other ways myself.
Now, you're famously clean living kind of person. You got married this year,
That's right.
and I don't know if it's a real story, but the story was you were keeping yourself for your bride. You weren't sleeping around with all the presumably available girls that are available to pop stars. Is that a true story, or is that just an image?
Well, that's the way I am. I'm a Catholic. My mother brought me up to be that way, basically. It's because you read about it in the papers now that young people having babies at 13 and 14 years of age. And I think it's terrible, to be honest. You know, it's very sad. And I don't know. A lot of people ask me the same question. It's just the way I was. Yeah. You know?
But it's not like the reason why people ask it probably is it's not the traditional image that we have of the rock star.
Well, I'm not a rock star, you know what I mean? I don't throw TVs out the window and
yeah, no, but
I'm not trying to be cool.
It's sex, drugs, and rock and roll and misbehaviour, but you keep away from that. Yeah,
I love music, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it so I can throw TVs out the window and stick my fingers up at cameras or whatever. You know what I mean? I do it because I love music. Right. That's why I'm here. I'm not trying to be cool. I earn a very good living out of it, and I'm very happy to be doing it. Yeah. But most, parents would say to their daughters, "Oh, don't you go off for those rock stars, have a sensible chat." But nowadays they'll be saying, "Oh, don't go off for that sort of good-for-nothing bank official. Go off for that nice pop star. He's so nice. And he's loaded, let's face it." Well, I assume you're loaded because in the early days of pop music was coming on, a lot of time there were people with big successes where they didn't keep all of the money and it got ripped off them. Are you OK on that front? Well, we're all right. We're very comfortable. We all have our own houses and nice cars. Yeah. But the thing is, we're not multi-millionaires. No. You know, and it takes a while for the money to come through, royalties and all that. Yeah. Like in our first 3 years, we hadn't got a penny in our pocket, basically, and now it's starting to happen, thank God. But people find that odd, really. Well, they do, because you've been around the world and you sell out concerts. Like me, myself, before I was in the band, I thought it was flash cars, flash hotels, loads of money, never work. Yeah. And we worked very hard. I was home 3 weeks of last year, Yeah. At home in Dublin. Yeah. As a 21-year-old, you have experienced such a lot in terms of... it's been fantastic. Like, I know it might sound silly, but I feel a lot older because I've done what I've done. Well, you look a very mature kind of person. Thanks very much. Yeah. I'm shaving and all. No, it's a compliment. I know in the world of boy band entertainment, that might not be a compliment, but it's, you look as though you're very sensible. But it hasn't been all great for you because you've had the terrible loss of your mother this year, which, again, is something that's not normally visited on every 21-year-old. Yeah, it's tough. I don't even think it's hit me yet, to be honest with you, But I love my work, and thank God Yvonne's been there for me too, so... But you're obviously very close to your mother, so... she was my best pal, all of us. Like, her children were our best friends, Yeah. But would you be able to express your grief at that in the songs that you write? Well, yeah, I've written a lot of songs off at the back of that, and I don't know if they'll ever be Boyzone songs. You just don't know. Because they're very emotional songs and they mean a lot to me, and I don't even know if they'll ever be released, in whatever way. But yeah, I have written a lot. Well, sometimes you can communicate those. Songs are a good medium for expressing that kind of... To be honest, it has helped. Yeah. It has helped me, like, kind of get it out. Yeah. You got married now. Is that a career hindrance if you're... Not at all. No. It puts a smile on my face. No, I'm not. I'm sure it's great for you, but sometimes there's a sort of emotional thing. The fans are in love with it. They've been really fantastic, the fans. I was worried about that. Yeah. When we did do it, but basically they meet Yvonne on the street and they say, "Well done, congratulations." Yeah. They've been really, really great. Yes. And Yvonne's having a baby, so... Please God, we're having one in March. Yeah. Yeah. So you're really settling down. Yeah. Definitely. I love families. Like, I have five children in our family.
Yeah.
And we've always stuck together, you know, so.
Yes.
I want to have a big family myself, please God.
And will it be only boys, or boys only, or
I
you
don't
girls as
know,
well?
whatever comes along, healthy and strong.
OK, well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Ronan Keating.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Thank you, Ronan Keating, and all my guests tonight. Thanks to you, the studios, and everybody watching home. It's me, Clive Anderson, saying good night. Good night.
Reminder, Paul, have I got news?